Okay.
All right. Welcome to We Ain't No Stupids. It is me, the Zen Master, to my left.
B, Booby, General Boss, whatever you want to call me.
And across from the boss.
Right quick.
Uh-huh.
Sounds great.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. You guys seen Us?
No, man.
I don't want to. You know me.
No, I want to see it. And I'm gonna see it tomorrow. The thing is, Tiana doesn't want to see it because
It's teetering the scary line.
yeah, and it is scary. But I think those are like thriller movies or whatever because it makes you think. It's not really necessarily scary. It's not a horror movie.
It's both.
It's both.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm
It's
wait.
both. Cause everybody's talking about Us, so I really didn't want to talk about Us, but because it's like I got this kind of like question design, so you don't really have to see the movie for me to go into it.
I mean, I can tell you this though, because I was looking at YouTube at work, and I kind of nodded, and it was on autoplay, and came back, and it was like fucking somebody explaining the whole goddamn movie. So I ended up looking at it.
So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of know the
You
movie
know what's
from
funny?
that person's point of view.
I did too.
Okay. All right. So y'all should know enough, but some that's missing from a lot of those explanations that I watched. I don't know. Anyway, so all right. Before I saw the movie, there was an interview somebody was doing with Jordan Peele where I had to cut it off because I felt like he was telling too much. He was telling more than I wanted to know before I saw the movie, and he said that the movie was about the things you try to push down and bury come back to haunt you. And
What are you looking at, Bobby?
I don't remember.
Jordan Peele and Bobby Lee?
remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right.
But I just remember when he said that, I cut it off. Like that's more than I wanted to know. But to explain like how that went in the movie, there's like a scene where they're before everything goes down, where they sitting at the table eating lunch, and the daughter's talking, and she's like, "I don't want to run track anymore." And they were like, "What?" So she's like, "Yeah, man, I don't want to run track, man. I'm done with it." It's like, "But you're good at it." He's like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do it." So, yeah, that. Then you have the son is mad rebellious. Like, they can't control him. He just does whatever the fuck he wants to do. Goes where he wants to go and all that shit. And they always looking for him. Where the fuck is he at? So when they meet the other family that looks just like them, it's like the little girl runs. You know, she runs track, so she hauls ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then evil Lupita looks at her daughter and is like makes like a signal to her, like, go get her. So little girl runs out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
The evil little girl that's just like her walks outside, looks at the girl running, starts stretching, and like she's smiling the whole time. That's another thing too. Is like the little girl, the regular one, she's like a typical teenager, always in her phone, never in the moment. She's always just like, I'd rather be doing anything other than this. Like, but when you meet the evil little girl that's just like her, she's always smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So like she sees the girl running, she's smiling and stuff, and then she starts stretching, and then she bolts after her, catches up to her, and passes her, and then turns around. And so it's like, what that shows is the girl was repressing her track skills. So that's what she's pushing down. So that's why the evil version of her was able to run faster, because she's what you've been pressing down. That's her.
That's what I've been glorifying.
Yeah. And like I said, the little boy's rebellious. They never know where the fuck he's at. But when you meet the other family, he's always right next to his mom. Like, mom sits down and he walks over there, crawls to her, and puts his head in her lap. So he's a mama's boy and does whatever the fuck she says, where the other one never listens to his mom.
Right.
So it's like the things you push down come back to haunt you. With that being said, if you were to meet the tethered version of yourself, do you think you'd be able to kill him, or would he kill you?
Oh, he would have got me.
Yeah, my nigga would have got me.
Yeah, I don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that motherfucker would have got my ass. That nigga would have been nice too, boy. Shit,
Too tedious.
dude.
Too tedious. Too much. The things that I.
Because the main thing, all right,
Too much homework being done.
yeah, because like the main thing about it is like it seems like another way to put it is the things you don't like about yourself is what's coming back to haunt you. So another Boopy comes up that is everything that Boopy doesn't like about himself, and Boopy tries to.
Yeah, that nigga be nice.
Yeah.
That nigga be nice.
Yeah,
Yo, I try to square up with him. He gonna fuck my life up.
Yeah. Too much homework on me. We know everything.
Yo, you know what? That's mine too. It's like mine would be just a
Just know
master. I wouldn't even see it
everything,
coming. Like if I
yeah.
was,
They'd be like, you should have thought harder.
yeah.
Mine not a brain game. I would have turned 8 mode and then wouldn't have happened. Damn. Oh, that would have been bad. All the suppressed things, like that's dope though. All the things that you know you're
Basically,
capable
you
of
take
doing.
it for granted. You
Yeah,
your
you know
talents
you're
you
good
take it
at.
for granted.
Yeah, you know you're great at, but you just ain't putting the fucking time and effort in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's some fucked up shit, bro. That nigga be dope as fuck.
Oh man,
That nigga be dope as fuck.
you just remind me of something else that I was thinking about too. All right, think of yourself, like everything, like all the goals that you want to accomplish, everything that you want to own. Think of the best version of yourself you can come up with, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all think about, y'all got them? All right. If the best version of yourself were to see you now, what would he think?
You getting there. She ain't there, but you getting there.
Hold on, let me rephrase.
Go ahead.
I mean, like,
If there was just to be able to look into your life, right?
but I mean, like, at this age.
Yeah, that'd be
The best version of myself.
Yeah,
probably thinking like, man, you despicable.
because you know how you know,
I
because
am nowhere where I wanted to be.
yeah, because like you know how we
Hell.
all go back and be like, damn, if I would have done this instead of that and that's this, then right now I would
it's
be.
like, man, I am nowhere where I wanted to be right now.
No, I be getting there.
Okay, so you
Yeah, I be getting there.
I'll be looking
I
at
be getting
myself like, the fuck happened?
I know
like,
it.
I know,
I
like
be getting
the best version of me would be looking at me right now, like, the fuck happened?
Like, man, you need to fucking
How you end up normal, nigga? What?
Yeah.
beat your ass. That's what I need to do.
getting there,
Like,
though.
that's what I be thinking about. Like, man, damn, you did that. You doing this? You ain't started this yet? You ain't finished with that yet?
But then, and then on that same note, though, how would your best version of yourself handle your emotional trials and tribulations and everything else? You know,
Man,
maybe my more focused me would have broke when Charles died. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I won't have my squad, my family, and all, but I would have definitely hit all those fucking goals, though. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like a more successful you would be a weaker you emotionally?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what's
Because
funny?
Yeah, because I was driven off of my emotions. So yeah, he would be a lot weaker me.
But in the movie, see, look, I don't want to tell too much of the movie, but in the movie, the big guy, right, M'Baku, right?
Right.
When he was giving an interview on Hot 97, and he was like, the red him and the normal him, the more successful Family Guy him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yo, when I had to fight him, he was so easily to knock out. But he's more successful though. You see what I mean? Because he got the family. He built himself up to be that man. I mean, no one's thinking about far as like physical altercations. I understand that, but like a more focused you, far as I think the point of it is like the more focused you will be more driven to get those goals done. You know what I mean? That was more like of a primal state in that movie, I guess. I haven't seen the movie, but from what I hear from the interviews, it seemed like it was more a primal thing of being seen versus like that question of being asked to us is like goal driven. As far as like if the red me goal driven, you know what I mean? Like how you say you think you would have broke. I don't think you would have broke at all. I feel like the fact that something bad happened would have snapped you into reality faster, and you wouldn't have had a relapse of setbacks and being counterproductive. You would have been like, you know what, man, life is short. I need to do this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
But
you
see,
would have broke at all.
in my head, I would have lost track of what I would have wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been more so like, okay, let me accomplish what I think I want more so than let me figure out what I really need type
okay.
deal.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I got you.
So if that's what I'm saying, like, because I know what drives me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I know why I kick back though too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now if I didn't have those things, them holdbacks, yeah, I'll be emotionally driven. Everything emotional will be traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
So then what does that do? Like, somebody told me I can't do something. The fuck you mean I can't?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whether you want to do it or not, just the fact that somebody told you
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 can
can't
do it.
you
Yeah,
wanna
it's
do it.
emotionally driven.
Yeah.
That would have been
I got you.
that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right. So topic for this podcast, what I want to talk about is fathers being fathers and y'all raising sons. So,
Yeah.
and I want to be specific with sons because the male aspect. So I don't really want to like go too far into just parenthood and
Yeah.
and being
Specific.
specifically fathers.
The
raising
boys.
sons. Yeah, the boys. So, Booby, the first question has to be directed to you. So, what is some challenges that you've had so far with raising the boy that you didn't face while raising the girl?
The energy level
Higher or lower?
higher, more physical. Like, just the energy level is just different. Like, extremely different. Like, he doesn't study before he do. He'll go do before he study.
He's more of a
Trial and error.
jump and then think about it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
type.
yeah, okay.
Then where my daughter would watch and then slowly creep into, and then maybe I gotta kick her into it, but he'd go. And so that's different. That's way different. What else? It just it's all based on the energy level right now. His energy level is just extremely different. That even goes with his learning ability. Is his energy level. So when
Does that make him easier to deal with or more
harder?
difficult? Really?
Well, certain aspects easier, certain aspects harder. So now, if I'm talking about learning, because once he feels like he has something, he feels like he has it. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna. I got this.
Can't tell me shit.
Yeah, I got this. This is it. It ain't gonna get no better. But then on the same note, when he feel like he don't got it, it's hard to change his mind on it. His energy level, like everything's is elevated.
So is that like a confidence thing? Like his confidence gets hurt when he doesn't do something as well as he wants to?
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, well, fuck it, then I ain't doing it. Like that.
Type deal, yeah. And it's that, and then it's like when he got it, like, damn right, I got it. This is what I'm doing. It ain't get no better than this. And,
All right, so let's say, for example, like, sounds like it's like the equivalent to someone who's trying to learn how to ride a bike. They fall and they get up and be like, fuck this bike, no more. So when he gets to those situations where
I don't know if he gonna say fuck it or he just gonna keep fucking doing it.
but I mean, like, well, from what you say, it's like it's been like I'm using that as like a metaphor, kind of. So it's like when you have those moments where he'll, sit without a better way of saying it, fall off the bike and don't want to get back on. How do you get him to get back on the bike? It's like no matter what it is that you're trying to get him to do or trying to get him to learn, when he gets discouraged.
I don't know. I'm figuring that out now.
Okay, so you.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out now.
So you.
Yeah, he's just 4, so I'm trying to figure out the way that he wants to learn or how to make things better now.
Damn. What's his birthday?
Coming up here soon, May 12th.
Seems like he's older.
Nah, it's just time flies like a motherfucker. I thought it was younger.
Oh.
4. Shit.
Yeah, man. My baby girl 9, about to be 10. Nigga. This shit real.
So you how old is your boy?
2.
2.
Yep.
So you
About 2.5.
Yeah, so you already got the energy level thing already.
He's not even. You know what's funny? He's not even bad. He's not even like that.
Well, ain't that bad.
Damn, you gonna call my boy bad? You
Oh, shit.
motherfucker?
I didn't say
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, he got the energy up, man. He ain't bad.
that. I didn't even say that. That wasn't the words that I used. I said he's not. It's not even bad. Like the energy level, is not bad. I mean, he played with other kids and stuff like that, like his niece and nephews and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's because I'm co-parenting. That is like when I'm around, it's like I feel like he's not himself. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like hey, he's dad. I'm gonna do what he say.
Yeah, you gonna get that. That's how that go. You gonna get that. And
You
you
know
gonna
what I
you gonna
mean?
hear the horror stories, but you ain't gonna see it like the fuck. He don't act like that.
Yeah,
But, yeah. You gonna get.
That's
that.
what I'm
You
like.
gonna
That's
get
what I'm getting.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
getting like he don't do that.
Don't even think
Like-
about shit like that when I'm around.
Yeah, and like my mom have him or something like that. She's like, yeah, he did this. And I'm like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, but I can't really say anything that I would change. I mean, when he does something good, I encourage it. He do what I say. I don't really know. I think it's because of the whole
basically,
co-parenting thing. Because I don't really.
So you have like a perfect little angel, but when he's not around daddy, he's like,
That's what I think it was going on.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. And plus the co-parenting thing, so I don't really see him every single day. You know what I mean?
And one thing about boys though, they know the difference between, like when it comes to discipline, they know the difference between the women and the guys. They know that. See, like when you with my daughter, it was more so like, okay, I know to take the women a little serious, but I can get away with a little bit with the guys, but not like being bad, but I can get a little more.
Mm-hmm.
With the boys, it's like shit. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want to do with the women around, and then daddy come around, and all of a sudden he goddamn soldier. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, they a little different. They boys gonna do that.
But you do have to let him. What my brother told me, you do have to let him get away with some stuff, because you still want him to have that like a prince complex.
Right. I don't want my son to be scared to death of me. So yeah.
why
Yeah.
the fuck not?
No,
Explain
I
that
don't
one.
want him to be scared to death, because then he ain't gonna talk to me. He ain't gonna talk to me.
Yeah, you want him to be able to talk to you.
Yeah.
Feel
He
comfortable
not
with
he not gonna talk to me. And so now I don't want to wait till he feel like he can whoop my ass to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I want
Now
to
I
be
can
able to
tell
talk
you
to
what
me.
I wanna
to
tell
tell you. Yeah, nigga. Smoke weed, bitch. Do something. Like, yeah, I don't
Kick me out. I want to see you kick me out. I double dare you to kick me out.
Like, yeah, I ain't, yeah. So I let him get away. Like, we had late nights, we eat cereal and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get away with certain things. Mom dudes don't play that. Like, she sleep. All right, come on. You know what I'm saying? Just
Does she know that you do these
she
late night
knows.
cereal runs?
yeah,
Okay,
she knows. She knows.
If she don't, she watch the podcast. She gonna be surprised.
She knows.
Surprise.
She buy the cereal, so she nigga. That shit got a big ass dent in it. That shit be over. I'm like, damn.
Mm.
Weigh in the cereal before she go to sleep to make sure she ain't tripping.
It is 1 pound now.
So, are there any generational curses?
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so all right. How about you and your family? Generational curses?
Yeah, I want to say that.
All right. And I mean, like, specifically, like, things that you see that your dad does and you do.
Don't know my dad. That's
Oh,
why.
word?
That's why I said. That's why
Okay.
That's why I had to pause on that one.
But it ain't necessarily got to be your dad, but it's still
Yeah.
generational curses. It's a generational curse.
I say the procrastination of myself comes from my mom. She procrastinates a lot of stuff, so I procrastinate as well.
So,
Hey.
I got fear of success. That just runs through my family.
It's good to see you breaking that.
Yeah, I'm trying, big dog. I'm trying.
All right, so any of these generational curses you guys can think of that you guys are like have decided that you're not going to pass down to the boys, and if so, like what are they and what are you doing to try to break that?
What was that?
I don't know. Felt like the whole thing moved.
It's like the red people are coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Glitch in the matrix. Okay,
They heard you. They were like,
We
"Ooh,
don't
I got
stand a
confidence
chance."
now." Yeah, we won't stand a chance. We're crabs in the barrel up here. Come and get us.
Them niggas ain't got no confidence in themselves.
Come marching up the steps like the British.
But you know what's crazy? That'll probably be the
Red
one thing
fish.
that'll save me is that whoever the fuck my opposite is probably has the lowest confidence on earth. Because yeah, my confidence is pretty goddamn high. Yeah, I'm pretty up there.
You sound pretty up there.
Yeah, so that motherfucker come up with a great plan, will be afraid to execute it. That's probably that'll be.
That nigga writing the hell out of books. Writing the shit out of these notes. Nigga, that nigga solved everything. Like, damn.
You go do it.
Damn, what was I about to say? Oh, let me say a good generational. Is it a good generational curse?
There's no such thing
a
as
good
a good
idea,
curse.
a good
There's no such
example.
thing.
A good yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it
a
is.
curse. I mean, what?
I was cursed with good looks.
Hey.
There's a such thing as a good curse.
I don't know what is a generational thing that's passed on though.
Well, everything's
It's got to
passed
pass.
on.
Okay, all right. It's a positive and negatives. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But what's one that you can think of?
Oh no, like nigga working hard is just normal. Like we outside field niggas. My family, this shit ridiculous. So I do know that much.
Yeah,
Dog.
mom dad is still hard working. Both of us, me and my brother.
My rules.
All right, so the generational curses. What are y'all doing to break the curse and make sure that you don't pass it down to your son?
Well, I know I worry about it too much to the point that I have to stop because you know how you run from something so hard that you end up running
Towards it.
Yeah, run smack dead into the some bitch, and so
Like when you're trying not to say something, is what you end up saying.
yeah, in so many words. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a good job right now because it weighs on me so much right now.
So what's a bad habit or whatever the hell that you have that you're trying not to
Like
pass?
accountability, like my accountability, and you know what I'm saying. And then when you
You feel
say
like
you're going
too accountable, or are you saying you're just not accountable enough?
Cause like that's the thing I don't like about a deep part of my family is like niggas gotta hold accountability. Like be accountable for the shit you do.
Okay.
Just be accountable. Like what the fuck? Like why am I the only one accountable? Be accountable. So accountability, like I try to stall that shit in my kids. Like you fuck up. You should be big enough to say I'm sorry, my bad. I fucked up. Whoop de whoop. Whatever. You know what I mean? Don't act like the shit never fucking happened. Don't
Brush it on the road.
Yeah, nah. No, you fucked up, you learn from it, you acknowledge it and you keep it moving then. What is accountability and saying that when you're gonna do something, fucking do it. Don't
It kind of falls in line accountability.
Yeah, don't pump the goddamn.
It's like that's more like integrity.
That's a lot of the situation of afraid of success. It's like, oh snap, well I want to do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then in that same notion where you can sit there and say, well, I can't do this because I'm this, or I can't do this because my situation not like that, and you know what I'm saying.
Make your situation.
Yeah.
Like that.
But you could have a dream, but you'll talk yourself right the fuck out of it. That's what I don't like. If you say you're gonna do something, you go fucking do it. And then, but still, I'm like hard on my kids. Like my daughter says she wants to learn something a certain way, we going at it. And so it's like don't say it then if you don't fucking mean it.
Yeah, but then you don't want to be stagnant.
No, stagnate. Yeah, never ever.
See,
yeah,
at that, because she's what 10. You want her to be her. You want her to be her that. You want her to. Well, she is at an age. You want her.
Oh, he does not want her to grow up.
No, I wasn't even gonna say that, man. I was
No,
going
it's
to
the way
say.
the way he responded. He was like, "No,
I ain't trying to hear
anything
anything you got to say
Slow
right
down.
now. I ain't trying to hear nothing. No, but I was gonna say like, you want her to try things. You know what I mean? Because my brother, man, I love the way he raises kids, man. I watched the way they grow up and stuff. They have their own personalities, and I see they're gonna have their own personalities anyway. And I feel like the best thing you can do, man, is just support them whenever they go out and like sit them down and make them understand what is wrong instead of like straight up scolding them. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to do with Tristan or whatever. I'm like, I don't feel like we have too much of a bad thing, but the whole procrastination thing, because like mom instilled us like hard work. And that's pretty much all I know. So if I'm gonna do anything, it's gonna be like hard work. I'm gonna just work hard on it diligently. So,
let me ask you, since talk about that. So, do you find yourself developing like a sense of apathy on a daily basis because you have the barbershop, which is just like residual income coming in? You don't really have to like actually on a day to day. So you like probably interact with that shit like once a month. Like, if you you don't even have to deal with that shit.
I don't have to interact at all.
Yeah, so you got that just coming in. Then also your job, you make it seem like you just get that shit down packed and you kind of like can do that without thinking about it.
No, I don't do it without thinking about it. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's new. Like I said, like that whole PTC program is brand new.
That did just start though, but before last month.
Can you talking to the microphone, sir?
Oh, before last month, big dog. Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's a lot.
I see what he talking about though.
Because it happens to me a lot, where it's like I mean, because today was like a awakening where I had to remember, like, oh, okay, cool, it's all right, just sit your ass down sometime. Because like, I be feeling like I'm being, like, I'm so used to being, like, productive and moving forward and doing things that those times when I'm not doing anything, I be feeling like everything around me want to crumble. You know what I'm saying?
I'm there.
Yeah, I feel like you should be doing more.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
I'm
like-
where he's at.
Well, I guess I don't feel that way because like if I'm not playing the game and listening to like a documentary, because that's what I do. I play the game and listen to documentaries. And I'm
But
like,
those be the moments where the apathy develops in me, where I'm just like, it kind of fucks me up that I'm not doing anything, but at the same time, I don't have to do anything. And
Yeah.
that kind of that I find that fucking with me more and more often. So like I said, it hit me
fact
today.
that you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. So it's like,
So you like, what's the end game now? You get to that point.
yeah, it's just like, you
You
know,
be like, have you ever? All right. Well, since you say you think like that, have you ever thought like, if $1 million dropped on me right now, nothing in my life will really change because it just adding money is nothing you would really change. Have you ever thought that?
something like that. Yeah, I mean, because I mean, like, I ain't gonna say nothing would change, but I myself wouldn't change. I would just be doing a different shit. So it's like basically, this is all it would do. If I were to get $1 million, my 10-year plan would be done in 2 years.
I feel the same way.
That's the only thing that would change. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
that same way.
Like in my mind,
We're
this
blessed
whole
enough to be doing that good though.
yeah,
Like just acknowledge the point that we're blessed enough to be doing.
Mm.
We're doing good that we're on the track.
Yeah.
That it won't change us. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of money won't change.
yeah, that
us.
and like I think it's dope that we can look at any amount of money and being like that's a little bit of money, like because you'll never.
Was it disrespectful.
No. I'm just saying it's like
No, it's not.
because
I
it
feel
kind
you
of
because-
comes with knowing what you want. So it's like when you know what you want, then it's like you know how much you need. So it's like
Mhm.
you just work at that.
yeah. So it's like getting it'd be like $1 million like, compared to what I want to do with life. That's that's a little bit, especially because it's like money's not even. No, money is no longer a factor when I'm thinking about my goals in life.
Right.
Because once upon a time, I'd be like, I used to tell when I was in high school, I would say my goal is to do something to where I earn $1 million in one lump sum. That was like my goal when I was in high school. I'm gonna figure out a way to like just get $1 million check for this one thing that I did. You know what I'm saying? Like $1 million deal. So I didn't want to like earn $1 million. I just my goal is to figure out a way to make $1 million in like one little transaction.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But nowadays it's like money never factors into when I'm thinking about like goals. It's just like things that I want to do and the way I want to experience shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if, now that you say that, man, I wonder if like a hotel deal or commercial real estate would do that. Like if I was to build a building, right, and like sell it to someone like, I don't know, man, like a bank or something, and they have like their different floors and stuff like that with all their like, I wonder if that would be like a $1 million deal.
Yeah.
Now that you say that,
Because
I never really thought about
Location.
it like that.
Depending on location, but yeah.
Well, locations don't really matter for as like a
Shit, you talking about living, bro.
no
Real estate.
close to the mic, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, location really don't matter for as like commercial real estate far as like how Google's and Amazon's like way out the way and like mega factories are way out the way.
You can't say that
something
because like Google, Amazon right now is in a dilemma because of location. They're trying to figure out the best location for this, so they pulled out of the New York thing. It is location, because one way or another you still got to provide a service, and that service will provide for that area, one way or another, either with jobs or with service.
Yeah, but cause I can see what you're talking about though, because like that's back in the days of the industrial when that was like really big and how they would like build a plant and then build a whole town around the plant.
yeah.
Okay.
So I know what you mean.
You talking about like them spots in West Virginia? Like it's a
Yeah.
plant in the middle,
Well,
and then it's a
just
bunch
like
of
how you
damn
was saying,
neighborhoods
out
around.
there
Yeah,
in Windsor and stuff like that.
that shit
how
fucked
they
my
have,
head
like
up
a-
when I saw
like
that,
a
though.
paper
Okay,
plant
so that was
out
you I
of
was talking
nowhere.
to.
Yeah, that shit fucked my head up. We drove over a mountain, looked down, it's a fucking plant in the middle, and it's a bunch of houses going up the bowl.
You talking about West Virginia?
Yeah, but the shit was empty,
Yeah,
because the
I-
fucking
I'm talking
factory
about,
was
like
closed.
Keystone, West Virginia, stuff like that.
That shit fucked
I'm
my
like, yo,
head
we can
up.
go take that shit over, yo. We need to get as many black people as possible. Just go down there and buy all that shit and just start a whole nother
I
community.
thought about that too.
Yeah,
man.
we'll con that bitch out.
And then blow off the mountains. Because that's what they do. They blow off the heads of the mountains and build stuff.
Oh, it won't even. It was just a cove.
Yeah.
It was already That shit fuck my head
See,
up
the
though.
thing is over there.
You
that's
talking
kinda-
that real money shit right there. I don't know nothing about taking them top off the mountain. That's
yeah,
like,
you take the top off the mountains,
right?
you know what I'm saying? You
You
got
take the top off the mountains and build like a school, like they build schools, highways, and stuff like that on it. And shit, they got, I forgot, they built another highway so the trucks won't have to drive down 58 in West Virginia. But what was I gonna say about West Virginia? West Virginia is a gold mine. If anybody feel like dealing with no service, because and this is the reason why I say that, right? And that's why I say blow the heads off of the mountains, because that would kill the no service problem there. Because with most companies, you need communication. So if you were to
So that goes back to the point where I was just saying about the location with your building, your commercial building. The location does matter.
well,
That's where we was at.
no, but finish what you were saying though.
oh well, I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh,
But
shit.
Oh,
did you-
location.
did
Not
you-
because I was thinking, it was like I was rolling in my head. But what I was saying, like shit, what was I saying? Like far as the like industries and stuff like that, right? You want tech companies to be next to tech companies, and you want like say like textile companies to be next to textile companies and stuff like that, so they can talk and communicate and also work with each other. As far as like, I think the reason why I use banks, because you don't really need that, because banks is usually rendering service overseas or rendering service through the phone and internet and stuff like that. So as far as like location, then they're just straight up giving you service. As far as like, all right, if someone's committing fraud in your bank account, we got someone out in West Virginia that'll call you. You know what I mean? Something like that. That one, it doesn't matter where they're calling you from, long as you guys can understand each other on the phone. That's basically what I was saying. That's what I think. That's the reason why I mentioned banks in that actual situation. Right there. I can't get my words out. That actual situation right there. But if I was to have money, like how I said, like if I was to have $1 million and go to West Virginia and stuff like that, I would definitely reinvest in West Virginia, like, cause that place is like, it just need to be revamped, the whole state, and is able to be revamped, and it's like a lot of hidden places there, like hidden gems. I feel like that's there.
The problem that I see with West Virginia, just from like seeing a couple documentaries about other things they'll mention West Virginia, is that place, the whole state seems like it's kind of like dependent on the people being on the same page. So like, because like it seems like because the people aren't all on the same page, then shit just never works out there. Like they was like talking about how they tried to bring certain types of businesses there, but it was like certain cities or towns, shall I say, are just so dependent on.
It's the good old boy.
Yeah, that they're so dependent on like the way things used to be. They don't want change.
And
You know
you're
what I'm
right. And you're right.
And they was solid on one industry.
Yeah,
And that's why.
coal. And you know what's funny?
yeah. So like anytime anybody,
I
people
got
have
it.
tried to come there and
Dude, I got in so
Yeah.
many arguments about coal over there from Kentucky people and West Virginia people. I'm like, dude, coal, like, forget Obama, because they keep mentioning Obama, and Obama did this, and I'm like, dude, coal been on a down, like a downtrend for what, since 1970?
do trains still use coal?
No,
The train, they transport it still.
they transport, but that's the
Yeah,
thing.
but they don't use coal for fuel.
That's
Like,
you
how
know
long-
what's funny?
How long ago did that stop?
Trains stopped using coal forever ago. I mean, to be
I don't
honest,
know.
Nigga,
They-
shit,
they-
we saw Mickey
they-
throwing coal
they-
in the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all I know, nigga.
they use diesel.
Which
But
makes sense. Damn.
like the coal that we transport in Norfolk Southern is not even energy coal. It's metal coal for iron ore and stuff like that. It's not even coal like you're thinking energy. So that's why I think it's funny when people like,
But see, you
yeah,
know,
we got all this coal.
We
and
grew up with Dominion, Dominion Power, whatever,
we got
Virginia Power.
Yeah, we got a few coal.
And it was right there off of Gilmerton.
Yeah.
And they had all the coal sitting out there piling all up right by the power plant.
yeah, that's
But now that bitch gone.
That's
though.
the fine coal. Like when you see
Yeah.
coal trains and stuff like that, chances are you're gonna see a few rocks fall off that train. Pick one up. If you able to actually pick the rock up, that's not an energy coal. That's not energy coal. if you're able to pick it up,
Like it explodes in your hand like an infinity stone. Like what?
no,
If you can pick it up.
Energy. No, energy coal is fine. You won't be able to pick it up. It'll be like dust everywhere. It'll be
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's dusty.
Fiberglass sheet.
Yeah, it's like you won't be able to pick it up. It's like it'll just make your hand dirty, like fucking dirty. Like we the only year I've been working for NS, right? So the only year I know we did energy coal was like the first 2 years I was there, and that was because Australia flooded, their mines flooded. So we did energy coal for 2 years. That was it.
To support Australia.
I mean, we got to distribute. I mean, it's like
To pump it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it. And then from then on, I've been picking up coal, and it's been rocks. So like the coal that you seen in my house, I don't think you even noticed it. I got coal in the house, and those rocks, those are like rocks. So yeah, you use those for metal. That's so all that. Yeah, we need coal for energy. Like
Clean coal, baby.
like clean coal is clean coal is like iron, like not really iron, but it's like metal for metal. Like the only reason coal seems dirty is because the fine coal flies in the air once the train go by. Did y'all see that video I posted?
The one where you was like, this one's 60 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason, this
We were fucking with him because he said something to his old lady.
it wasn't even y'all. It was just Joey. You remember?
Yeah, I know, but I was with him.
What did he say?
He said, what the train went by,
Noticeably fast. Because I was talking to my girl, and
so everything
her brother,
was noticeably fast.
Yeah, her brother was on the phone, and he said something about a train derailing or something like that. We was talking about trains derailing and stuff like that, and then he was like, "Yeah, the train around here came around fast." And I was like, "Wow, it came around fast, like it was noticeably fast." Because the reason why I say noticeably fast, it sounds dumb, right? But the reason why I say noticeably fast is because big things don't seem fast when they're moving. Like that's why I was trying to explain. Like that's why people get hit by trains. That's why people go around the gates, because they think they could beat the train. They see the train and they're like, I could see that. Like it's going slow. I could go around this gate, and they get smashed and die. But that's what I was saying. Like I took the video. I was like, look, this train is going 60 miles an hour. You see the train and it's blowing its horn, bells ringing. Ditch lights are flashing. It's like, yo, I'm going 60 miles an hour. You can't tell. And then it gets right up on you. It's like, shh. It's like that. I'm like, yo, this train is hauling ass. And I'm like, yeah, look at this train. This train is going 80 miles an hour. That's the second train. It was going 80 miles an hour.
I ain't seeing
See, that's what I'm
but
saying.
I knew what you were talking about,
like,
but it just sound fucking hilarious.
It sounds crazy, but
noticeably fast.
Yeah, but you got to think like,
so when I'm at work, so I'm noticeably at work, nigga.
Yeah,
Joey.
If you came to Pizza Hut, like when we was working at Pizza Hut, and you came to Pizza Hut, and it's your day off, and you was wearing street clothes, you're noticeably not at work.
That's pretty much, yeah.
You work here, but you noticeably not at work right now. But anyway.
Yes.
I digress really hard right then.
Did I have anything else?
Ooh-wee.
What are we on anyway?
49 minutes, and I think 10 of it was us bullshitting around. Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
You ready to laugh.
It's not really funny. It's just something I'm curious about. Hey, have you guys ever felt guilty for bringing kids into a fucked up racist world?
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that with my daughter when she first got here. It's like 09. It didn't have that effect on, you know what I mean? Like we were still kind of riding the 9/11, like the end of the 9/11 train, us against them type shit. We was kind of ending there with that at around about 08, 09. Yeah, and then fucking man, by the time my boy got here, this fucking shit changed again.
Well, I would like to argue that it was a.
I know it never changed, but right. Damn it.
But that's what it felt like, though,
and that's
I think that's the main reason why we feel like this is because like it's not that we can't do the things that I guess they'll say the oppressors do, right? But it's more like the treatment of it. That's the outrage. Like, why do I have to get treated so badly to do this? You know what I mean? I think that's the big thing.
Well, because mine can come from like I was thinking about it as far as not even on a big scale, but just on the day-to-day racist shit I had to deal with growing up. And it's like that's where it was fucking with me.
So, got a question.
Uh-huh.
By the time we graduate, 03-ish,
Right?
was it still as bad as it was in like 01, 2000?
Yeah.
See, I didn't. It was.
But it's kind of like it's
there,
but it's about something I know. It's like I like I said, I hate to use the word
I say
woke.
that shit, and then we had damn near race war at school.
Yeah.
What the fuck
But it's
we
like
talking
I
about?
hate to use the word woke, but it's like, I don't, for lack of a better term, but it's like I was always aware of race and racism from the time I was like 8 years old. Is when I first started being like, oh, okay, fuck that, that's racist, and I was the only one that be on that shit. But so I've noticed that, like, once I started to pay attention to racism and what racism is, I was able to see it and recognize it when I saw it. But to everybody else, it's like before you are aware of racism and how it works, racism just seems bizarre. So you have all these memories from when you were a kid of just these bizarre experiences that you didn't realize were happening because of racism.
I was told to flee, and so I never got a chance to acknowledge it. But when when I noticed it, I was told to get away from it. So I didn't have a chance to be like, yeah, fuck that, that's racist. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, confronting it or none of that shit. It was just completely like, hey, white person come to you, and if they have this tone or this aura, you just go the other way. That's how. That's
You know what's
how
crazy?
It was brought to me.
Yeah, you're right. Because that was the same thing with me. And you know what's crazy though? That's like the fact that we're told like basically like run away from it, man. Is nothing you can really do about it. Like, think about if you didn't.
Right.
Then your life is in jeopardy. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, it's crazy.
Now you playing around with death.
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
Now you playing around with it. So yeah, I've been.
See, that's another thing. Is like I never really got those talks like that, because
That's damn near the police talk.
Yeah,
Once you
police-
get it over again.
Hands
Yeah.
on the steering wheel, you know.
Yeah.
Straight.
yeah, I ain't get that talk either.
You ain't get that talk either?
No, because
Shit.
I think what it is like I think my people could tell that I could handle myself just from the way that I always was when it came to authority figures. But a big part of it was I'm part of a weird class of black people where okay, so the majority of the bad experiences that I were like, as far as like people treating me bad, like a majority of the time people were treating me fucked up was other black kids. But also having that knowledge of historically what was happening to my people was happening from white folks. So there's like this system that I'm having to deal with that's fucking me up. That's a white system, but the black kids are the ones fucking. So I was able to make friends with the other white kids while having to deal with the racist world around me. But it's like being around all these white folks and just really like just kicking it as a human being, because I don't change for no motherfucking body. It's like I was learning just like little things like how their world is and how to talk to white people in general. So I was able to like, I can acknowledge, I'll see shit before it happens, and I know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like I know like how to teeter that line between like I'll get pulled, like I done got pulled over. I know how to handle the cop without being hands on the steering wheel, all that shit. I'm chilling. Cop pulled me over, because I know that line. Like, just keep in mind, like, okay, you're being recorded. I know I'm being recorded. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Fuck that mean though.
People get shot being
Record. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, I'm keeping all of that shit in mind. Like I'm keeping like everything in mind. Like as far as like I can read the attitude of the cop. So you know, there's a difference between when you have the racist cops. So I can take, from me being around white folks so much, I can tell the difference between when a cop is pulling you over just because they just racist and they're looking for something, or when it's just a dude just doing his motherfucking job. I can tell the goddamn difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that all that shit goes into the way you're dealing with.
So now I have a question for you. Have you ever got the "you intimidate me" fucking look or voice, even though you haven't
Hell
even?
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't understand how you can play
Hell
that fucking line then.
Yeah,
That
but like I
shit's
said, but
crazy.
also from me, I said, kind of comes around just growing up and
Because
seeing
I
the
can
way.
say, "Yes, sir. How you doing?" and the motherfucker still swell up on me. I don't fuck
Don't
Yeah.
speak till you spoken to.
type shit. Yeah, man. So I don't
Because
fuck.
it also comes because like I said, a lot of things with me you got to like put a whole bunch of shit together like a pot of gumbo. Because it's like also with all of that and with the part of me like having to be so manipulative to people to get things done the way I want them done. So it's like on like just a regular like person to person basis. You know what I mean? So it's like how I'll make things happen. Like I say, you can control the situation to control people. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but you know.
It's still.
Oh, that's why, like I said, I never got those talks. I think they kind of figured that I just knew how to, yeah.
To handle yourself. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
That's why it's like, you ever notice that whenever something happens around us and cops show up, I'm like, I'll be the one to talk to the cops. I'll talk to the cops.
Last time that happened, I can barely remember, but yeah, good job. Good
I
job.
don't think I've ever been around anybody with cops.
Good job, Aaron.
Man, I mean, I done had some wild shit happen, bro. Like, I done got stopped by the cops so many motherfucking times, man. Like, for no fucking reason. Like, walking home and they just pull, where you going? Why?
Well, you was in Camelot, right?
A couple times in Camelot.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reason.
Hot
why.
spot, baby.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't always in Camelot. So there's been times I'm in like nowhere near Camelot, walking down the street, and
Cop pulled you over.
yeah, I had somebody call the cops because I went to the ATM,
He's
and like
stealing money out.
and like the bank was closed, and I mean like 6 cop cars stopped me, and luckily I got stopped by a cop that's just doing his job, because it was like 3, like I'm walking down the street after I go to the bank, and like 3 cop cars zoom past me. And I'm like, the fuck going on here? Then a cop that's just going like a regular speed slows down and sees me. Like, so it's like the other cops that was like ready for some action, ready to fuck shit up. They so ready to fuck shit up, they just to the bank, zoom. So they done went right past the motherfucker they looking for. But the other dude who's just like, I bet this is fucking nothing, is driving smooth, and he sees me because, you know what I'm saying, he's just driving regular speed, and he cuts his lights on. As soon as I see him, I put my hands up. So I'm like 17, 18 when this happens. I was still living with my dad. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about 17 or 18 when this happens. Probably 17 more than likely. Pretty sure I was probably. As long as I say I was 17.
You made it across the street?
Huh?
The bank across the street?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I walked to that bank, got my little $20 out. And the thing that's funny is like, I always throw the receipt away when I come from the ATM.
I think a lot of people do. That's why they put the trash can right there.
Yeah. But I mean, like, always, though. I mean, like,
Yeah, I know. I just
never keep the receipt. But
I always keep the receipt. I don't know. That's a funny thing. I do that.
But
I keep the receipt.
this time, for some reason, I just kept the receipt.
Uh-huh.
I always throw them away, but this time I just kept the receipt. So the cop stops me.
Why you got money on you? I'm trying to live, sir.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
What you doing with money?
And so I mean, like, one of the things I like doing just to fuck with people is because added into me talking about dealing with cops is I was bullied a lot growing up. And if you notice, we say something over all the time, the cops is fucking bullies. So it's like I've been dealing with bullies my whole life. I've been Jedi mind tricking bullies my whole fucking life. So like that also plays a factor in the way I be talking to the cops and shit. So
Got one question then.
what's that?
Have you ever did you go through a Superman phase?
What you mean?
You felt like you was invincible.
No.
Untouchable. Yeah, that's probably why you say no.
No.
Yeah, so that's
Anybody?
why.
I grew up
when I hit my Superman phase. That's when I got the cop talk again
okay.
from my mama. Like when I hit Superman phase, it was like, all right, hold on, nigga, listen,
I grew up like
they'll fucking kill you. You about to.
I grew up with the Arya Stark syndrome. Anybody can be touched. Remember when they asked her, like, what do you think about when they didn't know that she was Robb Stark's sister, and they say Robb Stark can't be killed. Do you believe that? And she was like, nah. He said, haha, why? And she looked him in the eye and said, anybody can be killed. He's like, fuck out of my house. So yeah, I grew up like that. But anyway, so so cop pulls over, cuts his lights on. He steps out the car. I threw my hands up immediately, but I do it like questionably, like, like the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm visibly like, what? And then he walked up to me. He was like, let me let me ask you something. You just go to that. No. I think first he said, he said, I got to frisk you. He said, keep your hands up. I got to frisk you. I was like, all right, but I got a CD player in my pocket. So when you feel that is a CD player that is in my pocket. And so he frisked me or whatever. And then
he's got a bomb.
then he was like, because like, I could tell he ain't had time for this shit either.
That nigga ready to go home.
Ready to go home. Like he was just looking like he was just. Let me ask you something, man. You bank at the Wells Fargo over there? I was like, yeah. He said, you just go to the ATM? Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have the receipt, would you? Pull out the receipt, gave it to him. What's up, man? He's like, yeah, we got a phone call. So while we having this talk, by this time, another cop car done pulled up. So while he was frisking me, another cop car had pulled up, and he waved them off like, I got him, go. They pulled off. Another one pulled up. I got him, go. They pulled off. Then third one pulled up. He's like, I got him. And they said, fuck it. And they pulled the car over, and then it was two cops. They got out and got behind me. And so I ain't paid them niggas no mind.
You did good.
Yeah. And so he got my ID. He's looking at everything. So I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Why he was doing whatever he was doing. I don't remember that part. But I was like, you sure you looking for me, man? And he described me to a T. He was like, blue jeans, white t-shirt, gray hoodie. I'm looking for you. I was like, what did they say when they called you? He's like, yeah, we can't give you all that. And then
But I can get pulled the fuck over for it.
I'm
You
walking away
motherfuckers can.
I'm walking away there. Am I being entertained?
I mean, no, he was, like I said, I could tell the difference.
These bullets, motherfucker. That's
Basically, that's what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, like I said, I can tell the difference between somebody being an asshole and somebody just doing what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, his energy was more of I'm making sure I get you so some asshole doesn't get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, fuck
His
it.
energy is like, these motherfuckers called on a kid, and I can't believe it.
His energy is on some, I got
these
better.
motherfuckers ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, they came in here
Ready
blazing,
ready for action. Because like the first two cop
Starbucks
cars that pulled up, they looked frustrated when he was like, I got him, go. Like they looked like they was mad that they didn't get to fuck somebody up.
Damn.
Yeah. And yeah, so then me and him ended up like chit chatting, like we knew each other, and then he gave my shit back, and I was just like, cool for me to go. I was like, I need some batteries for my shit, and I just like taking walks, so I'm just walking to get some batteries for my fucking Walkman.
So you don't find that sad that cop had to defuse the situation from his fellow cops with you?
Yeah, I find that sad. Yeah.
That shit is fucked up, man.
But this is the type of shit I'm talking about when I'm just like.
But you was calm enough to do it.
Yeah.
It didn't frustrate you in the process.
Because like
of
I
doing
said,
it.
I've been dealing with bullies
Yeah.
my whole life. So to me, this is just me dealing with bullies all over
Oh,
again.
we gonna mind fuck them? Okay, let's do it together. Yeah. So getting batteries for my Walkman. You know.
Yeah. Like you give me the talk like I'm about to ride behind, like riding this car right here.
Yeah, so that's frustrating. You're great. Good job. That's
I
frustrating.
thought they had to tell you why they
No.
Cause you have to they have to tell you why they pull you over.
No, if they have to have a reason to pull you over, they don't have to really tell you why though.
Okay.
And then once they give you the ticket, they have to prove it to you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's okay.
Because that's why they can get away with, oh, we thought we smelled marijuana, or we thought you ain't had your seatbelt on.
That's why they try to jet a mind trick and be like, do you know why I pulled you over? So you give them the answer.
Right.
Always be
Maybe
like,
because I was speeding.
oh.
Maybe you were.
Always be like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I always say too.
Yeah. Do you know the speed limit around here? Nah.
I always say I know the speed limit because ignorance of the law.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse you from it.
Yeah, don't excuse you from it.
Yeah, here's probably the weirdest.
I got away with a ticket from that.
Yeah, this is probably the
Because there wasn't no
weirdest.
signs nowhere.
This is the weirdest one though. When I lived with my dad, you know, you make that left on the Camelot Boulevard and you bust that U-turn to get to his crib, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'm coming home from Domino's, make the left, make the U-turn, park the car, cut the car off, lights. The fuck?
You made a strange turn, motherfucker.
So I'm already just like, what the fuck? What?
What did
So
I do?
yeah, so my face just
Man.
crunched up like, how the fuck? I mean, I cut the car off. Like I'm at home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting waiting for this
You in the
motherfucker.
parking spot? Wait,
Yeah.
you ain't on a commercial. What's the name? Never mind. Go ahead.
I mean, 'cause you know they got the lines and
lines,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
still on the city
So I'm
street, though.
parked. And then they come up to the car like, so you know why I pulled you over? Nah. He's like, well, were you having any trouble with that turn? No, I think I made the turn quite well. And he's like, where you headed? Home. Where do you live? Here. And he's like, license registration?
Oh, you fucking dick. See, you fucking dick.
And he just looked at it, and I think he kind of like felt stupid when he read the address and saw that he dead ass pulled me over in front of my crib. Like, I was like, dude, I didn't even know you was fucking there until I done cut the car off.
You hoping
Like-
to God your shit said another address.
Yeah. And then he was like, nah, when you made the left turn, such and such and such and such and such and such and okay.
What law
I don't know
was
what
broken?
I'm saying, like I don't know what to tell you, dude. Then he ended up giving my stuff back and was like, all right, well, you enjoy the rest of your day. Like, all right, nigga. Like then he dipped. It was just like, what? Like this dude, the night I did, cause you know you be on the lookout for cops and shit. I didn't even know nigga was behind me. I was like so, like almost home. I didn't even know he was behind me. Like I didn't even realize there was a cop to look out for, and I pull over, cut the car off, and then I see lights. Like, huh? So yeah.
Ridiculous.
That shit frustrates me, but
All right. Well, that's I think we got enough. That's about a cool, smooth hour.
cool, smooth hour here on WBW5.
And if you're looking at
Oh my God.
W balls,
Everybody got
All right. This has been another episode of We Ain't No Stupids,
We
and
need to,
we out.
talk about,
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Deuces.
we gotta talk about the
Getting to the money, fucking these hoes, hopping, sipping that drink. I'm way too throwed, hopping, hitting these licks. I'ma hit a few more, hopping. Winning, I'm winning. They say I've been on the road, whoa. On vacation enough, I was playing too much. I free agented up on Jamaican. I puff rolling papers, I'm stuck. Viagra, my dosey, I made it get up. I've been caking enough, like I'm baking too much. And my apron is yuck. They like save me a cut, but the way it's set up, these clippers ain't free and that blueprint is due. I can't save you a cut. They be hating too much. You mighty mouth niggas be saying too much. Low key when I'm driving that red, white, and blue, and them boys in that blue try and patriot you up. I don't play with them cuffs. That's that shit I don't like. I was G before likes, on IG you got likes. Cause you feeding them hype, and they greedy tonight. You can't see what I sight, but I sight what you see. Like I'm Gucci Oli, I got Gucci and V. ERS to the ace, or that's AC and E, shit is AP and C. Some don't make it to T, some don't make it to G. Daddy put him in mama, and she been in for daddy. They created a G, that creation was me. And I got it on lock. I created a key, and my sign is a Pisces. And them bitches got scales. Tryna wave me a key, that was DOPE. Don't you PO the G, cause she can get dirty, gets POs and P. I'm the guy to this shit, that make you POPEs. Getting to the money, fucking these hoes, hopping, sipping that drink. I'm way too throwed, hopping, hitting these licks. I'ma hit a few more, hopping. Winning, I'm winning. They say I've been on the road, whoa.